Chandan Dilagunda from Bangalore is going to pitch Kula Connection first. Chandan, please unmute your line and
Yeah.
tell us.
Hi to everyone. Hi, Shamra, and hi, Federico. And I hope everyone's in the best of their health. Uh, my thing, I guess you must have gone through the deck. So it's about a lifestyle e-commerce platform. It's a kind of a platform wherein anything to do with health, sports, adventure, and with health, your physical and mind, whatever you have, we're going to be selling that on the e-commerce platform. And then we're going to have a couple of other additions. We're going to have an IoT section, and then we're going to have a social media section also. Uh,
Are
okay,
you going to
you
stop?
want me to, okay. So the pain points basically is that there's a huge amount of sporting and adventure activity, fitness activity that's happening, and these things are not connected in a cohesive manner. And as you can see on the points, uh, we have all these kinds of ground realities wherein people can book spaces even if they are available, and they can't maybe connect to trainers or even these vendors. And there are a lot of coordination issues that come up, a lot of ground realities that come up there. So there's a lot of entrepreneurs now coming up with digital products for these, but none of them have a cohesive solution. None of them have been branded properly. There's no brand communication happening. It's still a very embryonic market. So, and they are not coming up with a one-stop solution, which means that they are doing it all in pieces everywhere. So, which means that you get to have an app for each kind of an activity. So, okay, so this is the development roadmap that we have for the product. Right now, we are at an idea stage, and this is obviously the roadmap we're going to follow at the pre-seed, the seed, and from then on to the complete rollout. The rollout is going to happen at the pre-seed level itself, uh, but we're just giving some kind of idea of what might happen in the seed and the series, the secondary series scenarios. So this is the go-to-market strategy. Obviously, this is quite typical for any kind of a consumer brand. You start with the buzz, you go to peer-to-peer, word of mouth of all the maybe the youth, the practitioners, sports practitioners, and also the health practitioners and all the gym patrons or what have you. So all the customers, and also we have all these facilitators within the industry, from trainers, coaches, and all these kind of people. From there, we go into some kind to a total campaign with for the users and for the vendors, and obviously the creating the brand and taking it out there in a full-blown campaign. So, along with that, we're going to have some kind of marketing events also, build-up events, and try to get on brand ambassadors, brand endorsers, celebrity endorsers, and all that. So the revenue potential, obviously, that's we have a 1.3 billion population. Out of that, obviously, maybe just 10 to 20% of it is into serious health and fitness. So that itself, 200 million Indians itself is a huge market. But even if we are able to nail up to 10 to 50 million Indians onto our platform at a point of time, so that's a good enough market that we are addressing. And uh, for the various kinds of revenue sources, we're looking at online classes through gym trainers and all that. And we have a lot of players. We need to be booked by users. And so all these varieties of facilities that are available for each section, say adventures, and then there's a category of premium subscribers. These are all the people that are coming in now, addressing the market, the various digital, you could say, competition, who are making apps and also websites. Some are live, some will be going live in the months to come.
All right. I have a very vague idea of what you're trying to do. This pitch requires a tremendous amount of work, and your strategy requires a tremendous amount of work. It sounds like you are assuming that you're going to be raising money relatively early in the evolution of this idea. Is that a correct observation?
Yes. So you already have, as I said, there's a competition for already doing something similar to this. And I have two co-founders. One is working with a sports multinational who's making a similar product. And the other person, the co-founder, is with IoT Consulting. So we have comprehensively clarified what the product is and what it does. And we also know of a possible competition which has similar kind of products, but they have their, pros and cons.
So I don't know what you have comprehensively mapped out. Based on this pitch, my impression is that it's very vague. You really don't have a clear idea about what you're doing. And it's a very 30,000-foot level pitch. And here are the issues that you need to address. First and foremost, you need to follow a proper pitch template. This is not an investor pitch template. So you need to follow an investor pitch template that addresses all the issues that need to be in an investor pitch.
Okay, I have taken your template that is sent to me. I have created it specifically on the template that is sent to me.
No, that is not an investor pitch template. That is a pitch template for this session, and even that is not a clear pitch. Even as a short 5-minute pitch, this pitch doesn't work. Well, I'll tell you why. I'll give you very concrete feedback, and you don't need to take notes. You will have a recording available, so you can go back and listen to it. Just look at this revenue potential: 200 million Indians into health, fitness, sports. How many of them have budget to spend on something, on online classes and so forth? It's a much smaller subsegment of this, but budget and willingness to spend this kind of stuff. That's number one.
So we have the data, and there's all. So we already have that happening. That's already happening. So people are buying into online classes. They are paying for those things, and there's, so there's already competition.
200 million Indians are not paying for such things.
No, not 200 million. I precisely said. So there's going to be a percentage of that. We're going into different things. 200 million Indians is the biggest amount of people into fitness, into health and.
Look, the investors are not looking for these big numbers. Investors are looking for precise numbers. Investors are looking for precision. How do you segment the market? How do you assess total available market? Your TAM analysis just doesn't exist. Right now, based on what you've presented here, there is no real rigorous TAM analysis. And without a rigorous TAM analysis, nobody is going to touch this business. And buried in that TAM analysis, you're going to need to provide a very clear business model, pricing model analysis. And And that's not something that you have done here. That we don't even understand
No,
how you make.
I have not. I do have the pricing model for each of these things, which I have not put on over here, because obviously we are restricted to 10 slides. A lot of data over here, like say my other pitch is 20, 25 slides.
It's
A
not
lot of that I've
Chandan.
cut down.
Please listen, Chandan. Please listen and try to absorb the feedback that I'm giving you. This is not a matter of 10 slides. You have a slide on revenue potential, and the slide doesn't contain what it should contain. It is not a matter of the number of slides not being enough. So my observation is you don't really know how to present revenue potential, how to present market size, and that's something you need to learn, because no investor is going to consider investing in a company that doesn't present a rigorous market size analysis. And there is no way you're going to do revenue in 2 years, $150 million US. There is absolutely no way this is going to happen. And since you haven't presented how you're making claims which have no basis, and that kind of pitch nobody takes seriously. So that's my first feedback. Second feedback is this slide where you are assuming pre-seed and seed. So what is your assumption? That you have a huge amount of developers, development and onboarding of vendors, beta users, etc., ERP and CMS development, etc., etc. This is a massive amount of development. Are you a developer yourself?
I have done development. I have done coding in the 90s, and I have code teams ready for that.
Do you have any idea how much time this is going to take? What is your assumption on how long is the pre-seed scenario?
For me, go-to-market is 7 months, 6 to 7 months.
I don't think you can build what you're talking about building in 7 months. And how, I just don't think that's going to happen. I mean, just based on my own experience on engineering, there's no way this level of development can happen in 7 months. Unless you have, a gigantic team, which startups don't have. So this is going to take a lot longer. How are you going to finance this pre-seed phase? Do you have money? Personal money available, or how are you going to manage
No, that won't happen. We don't do that at all. Nearly 20, 25 years of experience in the IT field, I would not be putting money for something like this from my pocket. Nobody can. So the point is, we got the cost exactly for 6 months, and what exactly the modules are going to be, and how they're going to be put out in the market, all that being mapped out.
So are you expecting funding to do all this development work?
Yes, nobody can even fund it at idea stage from their own pocket. Nobody can do that. I mean, there are already companies which have.
That assumption is a flawed assumption. It's not gonna. Nobody's gonna fund you to do this.
No,
maybe friends and family.
I mean, no, friends and family. Nobody can put up that kind of $200,000 for and then burn their thing. That's important savings.
What you're pitching here is not fundable. The way funding operates in this industry, nobody is going to give you funding for a concept. That's just not happening in the market right now.
Okay. No, but because we have other teams which have got funded and who don't have anything to show for, and one of those companies has spent around $4 million, nothing to show for it. And I have been looking at this market since maybe even 15 years now. And these people have got funded for things that they just don't have anything.
I wish you all the best.
Finally, they can
raise your money. I don't think we can help you.
Okay.
I don't think we can help raise money for this. In my network, nobody is going to fund this.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm sure you can. We are not the last word on helping you achieve what you're trying to achieve. There may be other people who will help you achieve. I'm just telling you that it's not within our power to help you get funded.
No, I understand your perspective. I mean, I have gone through your stuff. As when I was presented, I was referred to you, and also through your own channels. There's a lot of material that you have put out. I went through that. And I also started in the 90s, early 90s, even before internet came in, and the Internet Explorer and everything else came in. So we have done coding, we have done IT, we have also helped startups and things like that. So I know I know the circles. The whole thing is that I had to apply it because a friend of mine referred me to you because he said he had met you once. So that's the game. So I do know companies for the ideas or whatever whatever pitch they do. So uh, as far as if somebody wants to have a in-depth view of things, the granularities and all that, we have the whole thing ready. We have everything ready for them to
Right,
look at
but
it and to
as far as
validate
I'm
it.
concerned, all I'm saying is in 1 million by 1 million, the network that we operate within, concepts don't get funded. So we don't spend any time convincing
No,
entrepreneurs
that's
or
been clearly put
promising
out.
entrepreneurs that we can get you funded on a concept basis. We can't. That's just
No, no,
something that I'm
that's
not going to
already
promise.
been clearly. You have already specified that in your text, in your all your things. You want to have it bootstrap, and we have
Not
other,
only that, I think in consumer businesses, in B2C businesses, unless you have some traction of people actually using the product and so forth, which is, that's why I was asking you about the time and how do you propose to cover that time period. It's actually very difficult to raise money unless you can actually bootstrap your way to some level of traction. Anyway, all the best. We'll move on.
Yeah, sure.
Thank
So
you.
that's fine with that. I knew how. Okay. Good. Thanks for the time.
Go ahead.